The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host for the Scholastic Ball Report. Welcome to the 24-25 season finale. Special thanks to all our local sponsors. And you know they're great to win: Rafferty's, Double Dogs, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Roberts Insurance, Mingy Beef Jerky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, and Prep Spin. We got a great lineup for you this week. As always, we have a feature from WKYT. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week: Lexington Catholic Girls Tennis Team, #1 in the region. Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete, Michaela Garrett from Bryan Station. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week with some great sports highlights. Clark's Pump and Shop Special Guest of the Week, Darren Bilberry, Assistant Commissioner from the KHSAA Part 2. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
No matter who you cheer for or what the sport,
Clark's Pump and Shop is there to support the young people who play.
Whether it's a snack on the way to the game or restocking on the way home, Clark's is the winning stop. And whether you're choosing from drinks, chips, or a one-of-a-kind crispy, crunchy chicken, you'll be a winner no matter what the scoreboard says.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Call Minner Vines today. Let's talk about your case.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Lexercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Lexercise Pro.
At Gray Digital Media, we craft engaging campaigns that grab attention and get results, extending your message across all platforms and getting it in front of the most eyes on social media. Gray Digital Media, we know local. Let's connect today. GDMLexington.com.
The Great Crossing boys basketball team recently claimed the school's first state title, and tonight the team was celebrated by the school and the Warhawks community. A chance for the young fans to meet their favorite players, also grab some state championship merch, celebrating with the community that supported them all season long. That is what it is all about.
Definitely surreal. You know, it takes a village to win a state championship, and I think just all the support we're getting definitely means a lot. And I mean, we couldn't do it without our support. So this is definitely a cool thing to achieve.
Everybody, you know, has been supporting us, you know, this whole way, all the 4 years I've been here. And, you know, this is a great feeling.
I mean, it's been great. The Great Crossing community has been nothing but great to us for the past 4 or 5 years. So, I mean, no better feeling than to see everybody come out here.
Welcome back to the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We're with the Lexington Catholic Tennis Team. With us is Coach Mark Plymell, players Callie Cranfield, and Nicole Hanna. Welcome into the show, Coach.
Gary, thank you so much for having us on. Thank you for recognizing Lexington Catholic girls tennis. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Talk about your Lexington Catholic girls tennis team this year.
There's a lot of good things to say. I mean, this team, top to bottom, is outstanding. A lot of seriously dedicated tennis players, and a lot of the players are young. Callie is just in 8th grade. Nicole is just a sophomore. We have a lot of freshmen that are very serious players and that I plug into lineups all the time. There's competitors, a lot of highly talented girls that I just can't say enough good things about.
Who are the stronger teams in the region this year?
Well, I would say Lexington Catholic is probably the strongest, but aside from us, you're looking at LCA, who has one of the top players in the region and even in the state. Also, Scott County's very strong, and a team that we beat last week, Henry Clay. They have 2 very strong doubles teams, and I was really proud of the way that our girls fought and won that match.
Has the culture of winning at Lexington Catholic helped you with the program today?
Absolutely. I'm an alumni. I actually won a state championship in football back in 2007. The culture of Lexington Catholic is always about, winning and just competing at a high level. And stepping into this role as a coach's first season, it's been awesome, and I expect the winning tradition to continue.
Introduce your girls' team members with us here today. Tell us a little bit about them.
Right here to my right is Nicole Hanna. She's a sophomore. She's going to be battling for the 2nd spot singles this year. Last season, she was actually runner-up in the regions. She played with Stella Bendetti, who's a freshman now for us. Nicole's an outstanding player. I would say Nicole plays the most matches out of anyone on the team. Every single weekend, she's traveling and competing. She doesn't say a ton. She is a relatively quiet player. However, when she's on the court, she's extremely intense and a very strong tennis player. Over here to my other side is Callie Crampville. She's actually just an 8th grader, but she has the highest UTR on the team. She's a 6+ tennis player. She's one of the top 3 players in the region. Last year, she actually won regions in doubles with her partner, Hallie Latham, who went on to play tennis at Thomas More. And those 2 together made it to the quarterfinals in the state tournament last year. Callie is an extremely talented and skilled tennis player and an even better teammate. I can basically put her at any position, and pretty much all she would say is "Thanks, coach." She's very sweet, very nice girl, and I love having her on my team.
And Nicole, how long have you been playing tennis?
Since I was 3, so like 12 years.
Who got you interested in playing tennis?
My parents. They put me in, and I just loved it, so I kept playing.
Last year you played doubles. How's your approach to playing single this year?
Pretty good. I like singles more, and I've been practicing for singles way more during the off season, so I just want to play singles this year.
What's the strongest part of your play?
My ground strokes and my serves, my first serves.
Do you have any goals for your tennis career?
I want to play in college and just see where it goes from there.
Callie, I know you're from a tennis family. Who first got you interested in playing tennis?
I would definitely say my Uncle Bob or my dad. One of those 2, they were there from like a very early age pushing me to get into the sport, and they kind of introduced it to me.
Talk about your motivation you get from your family to play.
Just tons of support, and I had tons of family show up at my matches, and my cousin Jacob is also on the team, so we have a lot of support on like multiple sides of our family, and there definitely is a big family element to tennis for me.
Part of the sport of tennis you like the best?
I would just say like almost the pressure of competing and just how it feels when you're playing.
What do you feel is the strongest part of the tennis game?
I would say my best stroke is definitely my forehand, and that's probably what I'm most confident in and rely on in my play.
Do you set any goals for yourself this year?
I hope to make it to state in singles this year and do the best I can in region and just try to do the best I can and get better.
Well, thank you, Coach Plymouth, Nicole, and Callie for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for recognizing Lexington Catholic girls tennis again. Thank you so much, Gary.
That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians. Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Bryan Auto Mall is the best way to buy pre-owned cars. A great customer service experience is our commitment to you. With over 100 models to choose from, you can trust that every vehicle is safety checked and inspected. Buy with confidence, knowing that your purchase comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. Experience what makes us different from the other dealerships. Shop in store or online at rayonautosales.com.
Run to Rayon for your next deal.
Imagine being free from the pain normal exercise can cause. Introducing the Teeter Free Step.
It's almost like the machines that I had at physical therapy.
Free Step is the only home-use stepper with this unique gentle linear motion, delivering the best in low-impact exercise.
It's smooth, it's comfortable, it's just such a low-impact, outstanding machine. Instead of sitting in my favorite chair, now I'm sitting on Free Step. I can watch TV. Before I know it, the show's over and I just got a great workout without even thinking about it.
Go to tryfreestep.com now.
Hello and welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. This week in track and field, we have team member Michaela Garrett from Bryan Station High School. Welcome into the show, Michaela.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, Michaela, you are a 4-year track and field member at Bryan Station. How long have you been interested in participating in track and field?
I have been running track since 6th grade. I ran down at the middle school, Bryan Station Middle School.
And who got you interested in the sport of track and field?
I want to say it was my parents. I played soccer before I ran track, and they were like, you have the speed, you might as well go try it. And I went out there and loved it.
So what events do you participate in?
I run the 100, the 200, the 4x1, and the 4x2.
Do you have a favorite event?
The 4x1, 100%.
We love those relays, and I tell you what, even when you watch the Olympic Games, if you can pass the baton, you can do well. So I'm sure you focus on that some. So what do you work on in practice yourself to improve?
I work on a lot of form, just getting my knees up, my drive phase for sure, coming out of blocks. It's really important as a sprinter, just being able to get out good. I've had some good coaches tell me that you don't really need a good block start to run good, which is very true. It's all about how you finish. It's not about how you start. So really it's just my form. It's a big place that I work on.
So what is your best track and field performance so far in your career?
So far, it has been last year we went to state for the 4x1 and we became state champs. The closest time to us was a second slower than us. It was great.
And track and field, a second's a long time.
Yes, it is.
That's great. Yeah, that would be kind of a highlight there. So do you set goals for yourself?
Absolutely. A big goal for me is just going out there and not letting the things off the track affect how I run, not getting in my head, and making sure that my form is good. It's a big thing is form. Good handoffs, not being too in my head when I get the baton or when I'm handing off the baton.
Let's switch gears a little bit. You're our scholar, and let's talk about your academic accomplishments. You're a really good student with a GPA of 3.8. Do you have a favorite subject or academic area?
I would have to say my favorite subject would have to be, English for sure. English is definitely my go-to.
Do you think track participation helps you excel in the classroom?
Absolutely. I think as being an athlete, I am a student first, and having a team that's also relying on me, that really helps me stay on top of it when it comes to excelling in that classroom.
So talk about any other activities that you have time for there at Bryan Station.
I'm in the diversity healthcare program. It's through UK. It's where we learn different things about different programs that UK has, as well as other colleges. It's medical based, so we kind of just try to figure out what we want to do with our lives by shadowing different people. And then I'm also in the Spanish immersion program over there at Bryan Station. I've been doing Spanish since I was in kindergarten, so this is year 13. It's great. I love it so much. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Can you talk a little bit about your college plans? I think you have some, don't you?
Yes, I'm going to Thomas More to pursue my track career with a major in kinesiology.
Well, congratulations on that. That is fantastic. You always love to see people continue their, sports careers on into college. Well, thank you, Michaela, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Thank you for having me.
That's it for the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Here is the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. Dunbar at Lafayette. And look at Lafayette's Tyler Hunt. He's hunting the high percentage shot. The slam, and the Generals would lead by 3. Take a look at it one more time. That is the way to put the ball in the basket. Lafayette pulls out the win, 65-61. Congratulations, Tyler Hunt. You are the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of their 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
At our $14.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Call the number on your screen.
Call 1-800-691-7629.
Welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report for our Clark's Pumpkin Shop special guest of the week. Today we have KHSAA Assistant Commissioner Darren Bilberry, a former Fort Knox High School football and track and field star. Welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report, Darren.
Bridget, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So after college, you did a little bit of teaching and coaching yourself. So talk about that transition.
I was actually involved in college athletics for the first few years after I graduated, but you're exactly right. Back in the early 2000s, I wound up at Henry Clay High School, was a special needs teacher and a high school football coach under Sam Simpson. Really enjoyed that, and hopefully was passing on some of the lessons I learned as a student athlete in high school and in college. I had a great time, just trying to mentor and give back and reach out to special needs students who probably needed a little bit more guidance, a little bit more in terms of role models. And I tried to be that same person on the football field as well. And that was the unique thing with sports, under Jay Claiborne. They're one and the same. Your attitude in the classroom is the same as your attitude on the field. You strive to be the best in both endeavors. And so, I took those lessons with me as a high school football coach and tried to have that same positive impact on all my students and my student athletes as well.
As a current assistant commissioner with the KHSAA and a sports administrator now, discuss some of the duties that you have at the KHSAA.
Well, a lot of those have changed since you have first assigned me my duties, Bridget. Now I manage the sports of softball, the sport activities of bass fishing, bowling, and archery. We've since added a lot of sport activities, and I manage those. I still oversee the Title IX program, which was one of my job responsibilities when you were the commissioner, and I am also still in charge of Bylaw 6, which is the domestic student transfer rule. So I'm the ruling officer for students when they transfer from one school to another in terms of eligibility.
All the sports too. A lot of people have favorite sports. They like to do this or that, but I liked them all. And I didn't care which sports I did when I was an assistant because they're all wonderful. Watching student athletes try to be the best that they can be. So that's all. That never gets old to me. So talk a little bit about the camaraderie and friends and colleagues that you've met over the years through sports.
I tell you, one of the best parts of this job is when you travel around, you do different workshops, and you conduct different meetings, you meet with ADs and coaches and principals, and you bump into former opponents, whether at the high school level or at the college level. You bump into former teammates. And, one of the greatest joys in the job is when you get phone calls from athletic directors or coaches to inquire about certain things. And it turns out it was a former teammate of yours, a former opponent of yours, and you can sit around and just kind of reminisce about the glory days before you actually get down to business. But that has, in fact, been one of the most enjoyable aspects of the job. It's just reconnecting with all those familiar faces, whether it be lining up across from you on the football field or actually some of my teammates, particularly in college. A lot of the kids that a lot of the guys I played football with and was teammates with at the University of Kentucky, they're now in athletic administration at the high school level, or they're serving as coaches. And so they have questions, and we chit chat all the time, talk about the good old days. That's been one of the most enjoyable aspects of the job, is just to reconnect with some of those guys and just talk about some of our past rivalries, or if it's somebody I used to play against, or just talk about some of the good times we had when we were at the University of Kentucky, in college together.
Well, I have to say congratulations on being selected for induction into the 2025 KHSAA Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
So well deserved. What does that honor mean to you?
It means the world to me. As you can tell from this discussion, one of the most important and enjoyable times of my life was that time in high school where we talk about, you know, learning about leadership, learning about teamwork, learning about being a good sport, building character, and then playing sports at Fort Knox High School for those 3 years from 1982 to 1985 was the most enjoyable time of my life in terms of athletic participation. So to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for doing something that you love so much, I mean, what an honor. I don't need the honor as much as I just am very appreciative of having been able to participate. And so to get inducted into the Hall of Fame for doing something that you love doing, I mean, it's just like icing on the cake. It's all kinds of people that are responsible for that, who have helped me to reach that point where I'm being inducted, as far as coaches, teammates, teachers, my family, of course, and yeah, just thrilled and humbled, and I'm in that office every day, Bridget, so I can walk in the back and I can go back there and look at the plaques of all the different people that have been inducted, and you talk about a humbling experience. Just to know that you're going to be on the wall with some of those greats to come through this state is just quite the honor, and it's quite the thrill, and I'm just very grateful.
Thank you, Darren, for being the Clark's Pump and Shop special guest of the week.
I appreciate y'all having me. Great to talk to you as always.
As always, we'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Whether because of discomfort, lack of mobility, your lifestyle, or occupation, you sit inactively way too many hours a day. Introducing Ellipse, the premium quality automatic seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation without physical strain or impact.
It is so quiet that none of my coworkers even know I'm using it.
Strengthen and tone your legs, increase your mobility, flexibility, and balance, plus stimulate healthy circulation.
My joints feel better, my knees feel better, my back feels better. It makes me feel stronger too.
Perfect for home therapy. Whisper quiet to use while you work.
My circulation is moving, I'm burning calories, and it makes me feel energetic.
Call now and order Ellipse, the seated exerciser that strengthens legs, increases mobility, and boosts circulation. Call and get upgraded to the Deluxe Bundle. Get the faster motor for 5 miles of steps per hour, the step counter, the sport mat, and wireless remote. Call now.
Now that the show is done for this school year, here are some highlights for the 23rd season of the show. We had some great interviews from outstanding high school students, teams, special guests, and legends. Excellent features provided by the WKYT staff. Exciting highlights from Game Time brought to you by the WKYT sports staff. Special thanks go to our wonderful Scholastic Ball Report team. Brett Spence, King of Stream, William Moorfield, and Randy Rosenbaum. Joel Clace, our director, WKYT, executive producer, Bridget DeVries, WKYT sports staff, Brian Milam, Lee Kayard, Lindsey Goff. Well, that's a wrap on our show for this week and for the 24-25 school year. Until next year, thanks for watching, and remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.